Well, hi everybody. I wanted to take some time to go over week 7 with you. This is going to be a little bit different week for you, and so I wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page about what was needed for this week. Okay, so let's start with our objectives. There's only 2 of them this week. Articulate a personal mission statement. Articulate is to explain or tell us how you are looking at how you want people to look at you in terms of your personal mission. And then second is to utilize biblical principles to author constructive criticism. One of the things that you'll do, many of you have said that you want to be part of a leadership team, a ministry leadership team. And so one of the things you need to learn to do is how to give feedback to people so that they can improve, and to do it in a way that is helpful to them. So that's one of the things that you'll be practicing this week. Okay, looking at your weekly content report, your reading, you're looking at Smith this week to do chapters 5 and chapter 11. You have an article by Kang. Now, Kang is a secular author, and she's all about information on how to make yourself, how to rebrand yourself. Many people think this is something that they don't need to worry about doing. I would say that I disagree with that because you're putting yourself in. When you begin to go into your ministry and lead and do your leadership, you have to know how to put yourself out there. You have to know how what your thoughts, what your beliefs are, and you have to be able to articulate them. One of the things that we're asking you to do is to look at the information about yourself, and then to articulate how you plan to implement a positioning for yourself so that people understand, so your brand isn't muddied, so people will know exactly what it is you need to do in order to be able to effectively reach people. And so that's what all of this is part of. And then we're going to also ask you to do something a little bit different regarding the discussion board. This is all about, and this piece is all about feedback, giving feedback to people. In this case, it's going to be your peers, and it's going to be on their e-portfolio. So you'll get to look at a couple of your peers, look at their e-portfolios, and you're going to give them feedback about your e-portfolio. So that's what Watching Media is all about. It's going to take you through the process of how you're going to work with the discussion board this week. All right, let's move on to the personal mission statement. In week 5, you were asked to identify 2 people who know you well and consistently speak truth and wisdom into your life. And they should have completed the personal branding assessment questionnaire and returned it to you by the end of week 6. You're to complete the positioning statement worksheet. It's provided. You just have the link right here, and it will open for you. You can download it to your PC. Actually, that's what you need to do, is to download it to your PC. Then you can open it, look at it, and then make sure that you fill it out. Using the feedback from the people that you've identified and your completed positioning work statement, I want you to create and submit a 2-page MLA formatted paper in which you articulate a personal mission statement. Okay, so keywords MLA formatted, meaning that it has to have the appropriate information there. You have to reference appropriately. You have to have your works cited page, etc. But the purpose of this is to answer the questions: what do you understand about yourself and how to be a successful student? How do your ideas about yourself align with how others see you? What is the role that God plays in your vocational calling, and how does this apply to your day-to-day life? So make sure that you are communicating what you want about yourself. So when you get done with this assignment, you're going to actually have several papers to submit. You're going to have the 2 personal branding assessment questionnaires from your support people. You need to complete the positioning the positioning statement worksheet, and then you'll have the personal mission statement. So you'll have 4 documents that you'll need to upload for submission with this particular assignment. Okay, so that is that one. That's pretty involved, but if you had been getting the people to give you feedback earlier, etc., this will be a great thing for you to do. Okay, assignment 2, receiving feedback and working as a team. Basically, what we want you to do with this is to write no more than 2 pagers, write short answers to the following questions regarding receiving feedback. And as you answer the question, incorporate examples of when you responded poorly and when you responded well. Okay, so the first question is, how do you receive feedback and criticism from peers, from those who are in leadership over you, and in what areas do you need to grow? And the second question is, how do you think God wants you to respond verbally in your thoughts and in your responses to these people? So no more than 2 pages, short answers to basically those 2 questions. All right, reminder, you have the Success Action Plan to schedule. Don't forget to schedule. You need 60 minutes within week 8 to give a presentation to the people, so you might want to go ahead and set that up with your with the 2 people that you said would be helpful to you, your support people. Okay. Week 7 discussion board. With this discussion board, this is where you're going to work with your peers and to give and receive feedback on your ePortfolio. So you need to have your ePortfolio URL link. Choose your peers' ePortfolio. So let us know who you're going to review. Do your review and fill out the template that's provided, and that is in the resources folder, and we'll look at that in just a second. And then when you're giving feedback, remember to implement biblical principles on to guide you as you try to help these people improve their ePortfolio. So here is a second opportunity to look at the video that actually takes you through the process and helps you to look at the discussion board a little bit better. But you have it there, and then you also have it right here. So you have 2 opportunities to watch the video. Basically, the video takes you through the process of how to do this particular discussion board. And as I said, the discussion board then takes you and points you to Week 7 resources folder. Here is the checklist. These are the things that you're looking for in a person's ePortfolio. And then here's the review rubric. In other words, here's the paper you're going to fill out and let your peer know if they got everything done, what they need to improve, how can they improve, that kind of thing. Okay, and so I think that's it. When you're all done with the discussion board, the only thing you have to turn in for your discussion board is the rubric itself. You don't need to turn in the checklist, so you don't need to worry about that. And the video does take you through and shows you how to turn those things into the people. I think that's it for now. I hope you guys have a great week. We're almost all done. Oh, one final thing. One of the things that we want you to do, and we ask all of our classes to do this, is to turn in an evaluation of the class. This is very important for us. It helps Moody understand if the class has done you any good, how we can improve, if you have effective feedback for us. We want to know, because it's important to us that you get things out of the class that you can use on a going forward basis. It also gives you an opportunity to give feedback about me. And believe me, I do use the feedback that I receive to help modify the way I teach. It's very useful. I can improve if I don't know where I'm not doing you any good. So if you will give that feedback, I sure would appreciate. I try to do a good job. Sometimes I do better than others. I'm just like you guys, Some days are really good. Some days I'm not as good as I could be. But I try to do my best every day as unto the Lord. But I need to know where I can improve, so I would like to have that feedback as well. Okay, now I think I'm done. I hope you guys have a great week.